Hello and welcome back to episode 12 of my weekly rock news. We're going to look at Sick New World's new announcements with two locations. Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple, recent announcement. Axl Rose has a complete meltdown on stage, which is fucking hilarious. But like and subscribe if you like this video. Go check out the rest of my stuff. You'll find all the links to the rest of my content in the description. So let's get right into it. So first up, we're going to be looking at Sick New World's new lineup and announcement. So 2025 was a bad year for Sick New World. They had to cancel. They had headliners of Metallica and Linkin Park, and it's reported that each band was making $5 million off that gig. Well, unfortunately, due to ticket sales, 2025's edition of Sick New World didn't go ahead and got cancelled. Well, now they're back, and they're back with a bang. They're doing two locations for 2026. Both locations have been confirmed with two separate lineups as well. Now, your headliners for the first event in Las Vegas is going to have System of a Down, Korn, and Bring Me the Horizon. System of a Down are the only band that's going to be doing both festivals. So they're going to be going to Texas later on in the year, where they'll be accompanied by Slayer and Deftones. To be fair, looking at both lineups, it's a pretty good lineup in all fairness. You're going to see it right now. But it also begs the question, are they overextending again? And is this going to be cancelled? It's a pretty sick lineup in all fairness. So hopefully things don't get cancelled again. Both events go ahead and they make enough money to bring Sick New World back again next year. Now, sad news for all Limp Bizkit fans. Sam Rivers, the bassist, has sadly passed away this week. Information is starting to come out. The sheriff's office was told that they had to make a attended death call, which basically just means that the person, the victim, was suffering with serious life-threatening illness or injuries. And sadly, Sam Rivers passed away. Now, it's been reported that he was battling cancer. And that could potentially be one of the reasons. Other news states that he has liver damage, which he's been quite open and discussed it with lots of news reports, just saying that he had a real serious addiction to alcohol whilst at the earlier beginnings, particularly when Limp Bizkit blew up. Could also be linked into the reasons why he sadly passed away. 2026 is getting a busier year for Electric Callboy. So they were due to have quite a kind of more relaxed run on this Techno World Tour of theirs, which seems to be going on ever. Well, for Electric Callboy, they are now doing a lot more in 2026. They have announced a North American, Japanese, and Australian tour dates to go on top of what they already have with their European and UK tour. No doubt them tickets are going to sell out fast because every ticket and every show has sold out for Electric Callboy so far. So grab them tickets quick, guys. With the American dates, support bands have been confirmed as Scene Queen and Polaris. Welcome to Rockville and Sonic Temple have both announced more bands that are going to be playing in the 2026 edition. Now, I kind of like how both festivals are doing it, more so Sonic Temple. Sonic Temple seem to be releasing bands, 5 or 6 bands, every single week. And I think that's fantastic. It really keeps the fans invested in what they're doing. Welcome to Rockville still have more bands to announce. But so far, Welcome to Rockville have quite a large lineup with, alleged for both of them, another at least 100 bands to come. So you're going to see both lineups just there. I mean, they're great lineups. Bring Me the Horizon headlining again, and I expect them to headline a lot of European and UK festivals as well. By UK, I mean probably Download. But I will be sticking to my predictions, and if you do want to check out that video of my Download 2026 predictions, it's going to be right in the corner there. They are due to announce their lineup with headliners, the first wave at least anyway, on November the 3rd. So that's more Download news ready for everyone else. In the last few days, Guns N' Roses have really had a quite a low-key kind of tour. No incidents, no major bust-ups, which is very unlike Guns N' Roses. Seems to be that they've turned up on time for every single show, which is definitely not Guns N' Roses style. Well, revert back to Guns N' Roses form. Axl Rose had a complete meltdown live on stage for the first song or two. Guns N' Roses have issued a statement saying that Axl Rose's in-ear monitor he was having issues with. The tech sorted that. It seems to be that he's had an issue with the drummer. He went up and kicked the bass drum twice and then yeeted his microphone straight at the drum kit. Guns N' Roses have said though that it's nothing to do with the drummer. They think he's a great drummer and has really stepped up. But yeah, once again, Axl Rose returns to form and we truly have been waiting for that moment. More news coming out about Ian Watkins being killed at Wakefield Prison. A 23-year-old and a 39-year-old were also arrested, so that's 4 people now involved in this murder of Ian Watkins. No names have been given, strangely, about the latest 2 people. We do know details of the first 2 that were announced as part of it, so 2 more being announced. Now, all you Linkin Park fans, I know there's a lot of you that still haven't accepted Emily as the lead singer and you just call it Linkin Park 2.0. For whatever reason you have, they're not liking the band. Mike has come out and said that Emily Armstrong has a once-in-a-generational voice. He was speaking to Chili's Futuro and he was quite open about how he feels about Emily's voice. Now, you have to remember that they've also gone through the process of Chester passing away and had to deal with that in their way. They've also had, you've watched the documentary about Linkin Park, they went through a period where they just didn't want to make any music. They just wanted to kind of jam. And when they eventually did play together, Emily was on as a guest spot and nothing more. And she just seemed to have vibed with the entire band, which then gave her the full-time gig. Mike was quite open. He said he didn't expect to have Linkin Park fully relaunched. What Mike has been doing for the last few years, really since Chester's death, just little bits here and there of music released out to all you fans. Mike does go on to say, Emily is a total phenom. For us to find a once-in-a-generation voice like Chester and then to find another one like Emily is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Do you think she's got a once-in-a-generational voice, or is that just an over-exaggeration? What are your views on this? Put your comments in underneath. And finally, in this week's news, we have Slipknot are going to be suing Slipknot.com, the squatters, as they've called them, for the last 20 plus years. Apparently down to Slipknot.com selling knockoff merch as well as tickets to see Slipknot in their shows. Really just being fraudulent towards the fans. Now, they claim that they want to take back that website that was never legally theirs. We have to point that out. Slipknot have their own website called slipknot1.com. That has been their website since they started, really. But they now want to take slipknot.com away from the people that originally owned it because they feel like they have been mistreating fans that thought Slipknot.com would be the website that they need to go to get tickets and merch and any information to do with Slipknot. Now we're going to get into the latest songs of the week. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Be kind. Goodbye.